Where am I? Where am I? Seattle! Hi guys, it's Thursday. I am in Seattle. This is my hotel, so I already made a mess. I forgot to show it yesterday. This is my hotel. It's right at the airport, so I sometimes see a couple of planes leave from over there. It's all pretty basic, but the cool thing is there's a fridge, there's even a microwave, and a very basic, typical American kind of bathroom setup. And yeah, so I'll be here for 3 nights. First night is already done, and so today is Thursday, and I'm going to go today and tomorrow into Seattle. A friend of mine is picking me up, and we're going to go to a little bit of a morbid kind of place. We're going to the house where Kurt Cobain last lived and died, and it was like something very special for me during the time when I was a teenager and that happened, because it was like right in those days. I wasn't like a massive Nirvana fan, but enough that it touched me heavily when he killed himself. So I'm going to, my friend is going to pick me up here from the hotel. We're going to Kurt Cobain's former house and then doing some more rock and roll history stuff here in Seattle. There's 3 things I know about Seattle. Kurt Cobain comes from here. Well, he's from Aberdeen, but this is where they blossomed as Nirvana, and this is like grunge capital. And 3, it's always raining, so yeah, it is raining. I don't have any rain clothes properly, but if everything goes right, I'm not actually going to be outside too much. Anyway, let's do that. Oh, before I do that though, I'm going to record the very first ever episode of Storytime. So you're going to find that here on my YouTube channel. You already, once this vlog here is published, you've already seen Storytime. So I'm going to record the first one now. When I was living in the Isle of Man, I had like a big wall in the kitchen where I collected all kinds of memorabilia. My God, from all kinds of things, and I just pinned it all there and just like collected things there. So these things were from the past that I had collected, and while I was living in the Isle of Man. And well, when I started to be a nomad, I had to get rid of everything, right? I can't just take all these things with me all the time. So I ceremoniously took everything down and took a picture of every single item, had a bit of a moment with that item, and threw them away. So I captured the feeling in a picture, and now I want to actually take out the pictures of those items, and I'm recording like single short videos where I just tell the story behind it and why it means something to me. At some point I might expand it on other stories that I've seen, but this is now based on this memory wall and the things that I wanted to keep dear and keep in mind and in memory. Anyway, enough babbling. Bye! So it is actually not raining now, which is incredible. So I have my chance of coming here and experiencing it's basically now the memorial park for Kurt Cobain without rain. I was like expecting a lot of rain. But yeah, so basically here, right here, is Kurt Cobain's house. It's what you, like if you have followed all this back in the days, this is always what you see, like this part of the house. I'm trying to get a few more closer shots, and then because there's somebody living there, so they don't really want to be bothered, of course. So this park here is right next door, and here's a bench, and there's another bench over there. And a lot of people leave notes there. They leave some flowers, they leave beer bottles for some reason, and the notes are quite heartwarming for Kurt and all bringing back memories. And now while we were standing here, 2 other people came as well taking pictures. So it's still like a destiny for Nirvana, destination for Nirvana and Kurt Cobain fans coming here. I'm not crying yet. I'm probably good. Probably not gonna cry. But anyway, it's weird. I think when we drove past, my heart jumped for a second because I've seen this building and so many times when I was in a very sad state. So actually seeing it all of a sudden for real was very strange. So. Okay, we're in the city now, and the next stop is going to be a little statue to honor Jimi Hendrix, who was born in Seattle, which I wasn't even aware of. So I'm going to very quickly just show you that statue before we move on to Hard Rock Cafe for some proper rock and roll food. It's Friday, last day of the work week, which doesn't matter if you are a digital nomad. Anyway, so yesterday after we went to Kurt Cobain's former house, which was very interesting and weird, and there were other people that showed up, took some pictures. You saw like everything was like trampled. So over the last like 25 years, there must be so many people just coming there and just paying their tribute, and it was very strange. But as a girl who grew up on a German tiny village, I never thought that one day in my life I'm actually going to get to that house that I saw so much about when I was 15 years old and the news broke that Kurt Cobain killed himself. It was massive when I was a teenager, so it was a weird moment, but it was inspiring to go there in a strange way. And then we just had a little stroll. Well, we had a whiskey at an Irish pub. I had a whiskey. And then we went to the Crocodile, which is a very famous live music venue here in Seattle. And all in all, I felt very connected to the place, and I really wish someday I can come back and spend a little more time here, because it feels like my kind of place. There's a lot of like rock bars and rock people walking around, while I don't have that in a lot of other places. Even like if you're in Dublin or something and it's like a rock bar or like a, they still play like pop music from the charts. So these places feel like genuine rock places, and I really felt comfortable, like my kind of people. So I'm hoping one day I'll be back and really have a chance to explore more of Seattle. Today, though, I'm going to go on a very generic sightseeing tour, so we'll probably include the Space Needle and stuff like that. They're going to pick me up from the hotel, which is pretty cool, and we're going to come back to the hotel. First, I wanted to spend some more time in town, but I do have stuff to do, and I'm going to leave tomorrow, so I have to pack and all that kind of stuff. So yes, sightseeing today, and yesterday I was lucky with the weather. Today it does look rainy. Maybe it will clear up again, fingers crossed. Let's go and do some normal / non-rock, non-grunge sightseeing, but it probably will play a role. Anyway, let's go. I didn't even know, but this is the very first Starbucks that ever existed. I only just found out because another vlogger just walked past and said that. Very first Starbucks ever. And what I wasn't aware of either is that Amazon was founded in Seattle and is still having like the headquarters in a massive area that belongs to Amazon. It's pretty impressive if you see that area. There's a lot about Seattle that I wasn't aware of. I only knew this basically like the grunge capital of the world, but that's just because I'm interested in that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, interesting city. I'm really hoping I get back. For today, I think we have one more stop, and that's it with the city tour. And then after that, I get ready to pack and leave again tomorrow. Okay, that's it. That's it for this week. It's only Saturday, but because I am crossing the date line over to Singapore, it means that I'm losing a day, so I will arrive Sunday evening. It always like messes with my head. So I'm losing a day. So this is basically my bye-bye message. Yeah, yesterday was quite cool. Did some sightseeing, blah, blah, blah. Just saw something of Seattle. I was a bit disappointed by the guide, because there's a lot of things that she just took for granted, like the stuff that, oh, if you go down there and turn to the right, there's the first ever Starbucks. Didn't mention it. And then when I asked her, she said, oh, I just expected everybody to know, you know, so that's not what a guide should do. Like, you know, I'm going to a city and do a tour to know all these details that, you know, you're not aware of. Anyway, so I'm going to take the shuttle now to the airport, get on the flight, Singapore Airline. It's going to be a 15-hour, actually almost 16-hour flight. That's ridiculous. It's like the longest I've ever been on a plane. If you just then add the time that you're actually on there before and after, they're like 17 hours on the plane. That's just nonsense. So yeah, that will suck. And the thing is, there's no night, so it's the whole time it's going to be day. So I will have to watch a couple of movies. Bugger. No, there's actually a couple of movies I'm really looking forward to, like Aladdin will be on, for example. But I have prepared stuff on my computer that I can do without internet. So there's a few things I'm going to do work on the plane, hopefully. It's always weird once you're on there. If you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe. It's really like, and I know it sounds, everybody keeps saying it, but it is super important that you do the subscribing and tell your friends, or let's say tell one of your friends about this channel, and maybe they're interested in travel, digital nomad life. Some poker is in there, you know. And yeah, please support me with this, because I really enjoy doing it, and I can really use more views and followers so that someday I can monetize this and maybe get a little bit of money out of it. Would be amazing. Okay, I'm getting on the road now. Goodbye for now. See you in the next vlog. Bye.